Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Play on the Go bundle of March 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Not Tonight 2, a narrative-driven document-checking simulation that acts as a politically charged sequel to its Brexit-inspired predecessor. Moving the action to a dystopian fractured United States, you follow 3 friends, Malik, Kevin, and Mari, on an urgent cross-country road trip. Your mission is to retrieve the identification papers of your friend Eduardo before he is processed and deported from a Miami detention center. The core gameplay loop is heavily inspired by Papers, Please. You work as a bouncer at various bizarre venues, ranging from cult gatherings to high-stakes casinos. Your primary task is to scrutinize IDs for age, expiration dates, and matching photos, but the game quickly ratchets up the complexity. You must juggle additional hurdles like secret passwords, body scanners, and even wizard shooting minigames to meet your nightly quotas. Visually, you'll find the game stunning, featuring detailed pixel art and vibrant voxel-based world maps. However, the tone is a polarizing mix of dark tragedy and absurd satire. While you face heavy themes like xenophobia and a nation in decline, you're also managing ridiculous entry requirements that can feel slightly disconnected from the high-stakes narrative. If you enjoy the stress of time pressure management and satirical social commentary, this road trip offers a rewarding, if frantic, experience. While some might find the shift from the original's grounded seriousness to the sequel's wacky Americana jarring, you likely appreciate the mechanical variety and the sheer smug satisfaction of spotting a cleverly forged document. At number 2 we have Neckbreak, a first-person pill-popping fever dream that drops you into the dystopian megacity of Crimson Tide, a neon nightmare where corporations rule, sanity is optional, and every choice drags you deeper down the rabbit hole. You play as a regular citizen by day and a self-proclaimed dealer of justice by night, flipping between routine normalcy and chaotic bloodshed. It's not a simple shooter, it's a semi-technical brawl of reflexes, precision, and self-medicated madness. Every encounter plays like a violent puzzle. You and your enemies drop fast, so each movement, each pill, kick, and shot matters. The game's dozen endings and branching paths make every decision feel weighty, and your mental state shapes how the world reacts. One moment you're executing stylish slide kills to a pounding synth track, the next, the walls are melting as the sanity unravels. But Neckbreak is brutal. It's demanding, unforgiving, and sometimes infuriating. Enemies ambush you from blind corners, guns feel inconsistent, and one wrong step can mean instant death. Yet when it clicks, it really clicks. Every kill feels earned, every combo stylishly violent, every escape a rush of adrenaline. The pixel grid visuals and adaptive soundtrack build a hypnotic atmosphere that sells the chaos completely. It is rough around the edges, but that rawness adds to its charm. If you can stomach frustration and crave a shooter that punishes as much as it thrills, Neckbreak rewards your pain with style, grit, and unforgettable, unhinged energy. At number 3 we have Evoland, Legendary Edition, a collection of 2 RPG adventure games, Evoland and Evoland 2, that take you on a nostalgic journey through the history of gaming itself. These games are not related in narrative, but united in their unique and evolving gameplay experiences. In Evoland, you witness gaming's evolution as you play. You start in a monochrome 8-bit forest, unlocking gameplay features like sound, movement, and 3D graphics from treasure chests scattered throughout the game. This gradual progression creates a fascinating exploration of RPG history. While the story is minimal, its simplicity lets you focus on its main appeal, showcasing how far games have come. Inspired by classics like The Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy, Evoland feels like a love letter to gaming's roots. Though short, taking around 2 hours to complete, it provides a memorable and concise experience. Evoland 2 takes everything from the first game and elevates it into a full-fledged RPG, with a longer 20-hour story, rich character interactions, puzzles, and varied combat. It's a significant upgrade. The game's art styles and soundtrack match its deeper narrative, ensuring you stay hooked throughout. Evoland 2 successfully balances nostalgia with modern gameplay elements, keeping things fresh and engaging. Both games boast charming visuals, retro soundtracks, and nods to gaming icons. If you love RPGs or retro games, this collection offers a delightful mix of nostalgia and innovation. Evoland Legendary Edition is a must-play for fans eager to relive and celebrate gaming's history. At number 4 we have LUNARK, a 2D cinematic platformer that harks back to the 90s era of gaming, serving as a heartfelt love letter to classics like Flashback and Prince of Persia. The game follows the journey of Leo, a courier caught in a totalitarian regime after being wrongly accused of terrorism. As you navigate this neon-soaked sci-fi world, you must fight back against the system to uncover the truth. The game's unique feature is its gorgeous pixel art and phenomenal rotoscope cutscenes, which bring the oppressive Blade Runner-inspired atmosphere to life. You'll encounter vibrant environments from dilapidated inner cities to high-tech trains, all filled with interesting NPCs. However, you must prepare for a steep learning curve. The movement is intentionally methodical. Because it prioritizes animation over instant responsiveness, you cannot simply rush. If you try to jump or stop too quickly near an edge, you'll likely fall to your death. Combat requires similar patience, as turning to fire your gun can feel sluggish. However, you can upgrade your weapon and health by finding orange shards for an NPC named Hugs. You'll face diverse threats, including laser-wielding robots and missile turrets, often using clever mechanics like reflecting projectiles. While the controls might feel clunky to modern players, they reward precision and timing. If you embrace its retro soul, you'll find LUNARK to be a compelling, stylish adventure that successfully modernizes the cinematic platformer genre without losing its challenging, old-school identity. At number 5 we have Move or Die, a frantic friendship-destroying party game that thrives on chaos and speed. This game throws you and your friends into a series of rapid-fire minigames where one golden rule reigns supreme: keep moving or die. Stand still for even a second, and your health drains faster than your patience after a bad Mario Party roll. Every mode pushes you to stay sharp, move fast, and think faster. You'll jump between modes like falling blocks, bomb tag, and color craze, each of its own flavor of panic. 1 minute you're dodging red death blocks, the next you're sprinting from an explosive friend trying to tag you, then you're frantically painting the map in your color while trying not to explode. The pace is relentless, the chaos constant, and every match feels like pure, unfiltered adrenaline. What makes Move or Die shine is how easy it is to pick up and how impossible it is to put down. Its simple controls, colorful art, and hilarious one-liners make every win or loss feel personal. You earn coins and XP to unlock new modes, mutators, and cosmetic goodies, but even the base experience is wildly fun. This is not just a party game, it's a full-blown endurance test for your reflexes and your friendships. Whether online or on the couch, Move or Die guarantees laughter, rage, and endless rounds of one more game. Just remember, stop moving, and you're toast. At number 6 we have How to Escape Lost Submarine, an asymmetrical co-op escape room experience where you and a partner must collaborate to locate a missing vessel and prevent a global war. Designed for 2 players on separate devices, the game requires one person to explore the atmospheric 3D submarine on a PC, while the other uses a free companion app on a mobile device to provide essential data and blueprints. You'll find at the heart of the game lies in its communication-heavy puzzles. Whether you're navigating engine rooms or torpedo bays, you cannot succeed alone. The information you see is only half of the solution. You must verbally describe symbols, levers, and environmental cues to your partner, who then deciphers them through the app's interface. This talk-to-win mechanic creates a high-stakes, immersive environment that mirrors the tension of a real-world escape room. Visually, you'll appreciate the detailed claustrophobic industrial design of the Triumphant, where interactable objects are clearly highlighted against a dark, grimy backdrop. While the text synchronization is impressively friction-free, you should be aware that the app-side experience can feel slightly cluttered and unintuitive compared to the clean PC visuals. Additionally, the lack of a FOV slider on the main screen may cause discomfort for some. Despite these minor technical leaks and a somewhat thin narrative, if you have a reliable partner and a knack for logical Mensa-level mind twisters, you'll find this a uniquely rewarding and challenging cooperative adventure. At number 7 we have Deliver Us the Moon, a cinematic sci-fi adventure that places you in the boots of humanity's last astronaut. Earth's energy source on the moon has gone dark. It is up to you to uncover what has happened. What follows is a gripping emotional journey through the cold silence of space, equal parts mystery, survival, and solitude. You'll explore eerie lunar facilities, solve environmental puzzles, and pilot rovers and rockets in beautifully crafted zero-gravity environments. The gameplay blends first and third-person perspectives, making each section feel distinct. Your robotic companion ASE adds both utility and quiet charm as you use it to access terminals or scan fragments of humanity's lost efforts. The puzzles are clever but approachable, more about observation than difficulty, keeping the focus on atmosphere and storytelling. What makes it unique is how grounded the narrative feels. Rather than leaning on alien threats, the story reflects real-world themes like climate change, corruption, and human desperation. Every log and hologram you uncover paints a haunting picture of a civilization that reached too far and fell apart. Visually, the game is stunning, flooded with moody lights and vast lunar vistas, powered by Unreal Engine 4. The soundtrack is equally impressive, delivering swelling emotional crescendos that elevate key moments. It is not perfect. Occasional janky controls and technical hiccups appear, but they rarely break immersion. If you love atmospheric storytelling, thoughtful sci-fi, and the lonely beauty of space, Deliver Us the Moon delivers a short but unforgettable experience. At number 8 we have DunHero, Roguelike RPG, a fast-paced action roguelike RPG that challenges you to dive into procedurally generated dungeons, hunt for powerful loot, and liberate 8 distinct worlds from evil. At its core, the game is a laboratory for build experimentation, offering a staggering 28 playable classes. Whether you choose to be a shield-bearing knight or a fragile mage, your journey begins with unique starting items and abilities that fundamentally shape your strategy. As you explore, you'll discover over 600 items and 80 rare cards, allowing you to craft incredibly synergistic or beautifully broken character builds. The combat leans toward arcade-style action, where you must navigate bullet hell patterns and manage hordes of enemies with twitch-driven precision. While the maps are randomized, you'll find consistent landmarks like traders and NPCs, though you must be careful. A stray hit can turn friendly township into hostile foes via the game's karma system. Visually, the game utilizes clear, expressive pixel art that ensures the chaotic screen remains readable even when dozens of projectiles are flying. If you find the dungeons too daunting to tackle alone, you can team up with friends in 4-player cooperative multiplayer to coordinate your builds. Although some players find the difficulty spikes and linear world progression a bit repetitive over long sessions, the sheer variety of classes and the one more try loop keep the experience addictive. DunHero provides a deep, flexible, and relentlessly replayable adventure that rewards your creativity and reflexes. At number 9 we have New Star GP, a racing, arcade, and sports game. You step into a world where vibrant, low-poly art meets a touch of realism, creating an engaging visual experience that is both familiar and innovative. The track design stands out by reimagining famous global circuits, giving you a fresh challenge on every race while maintaining recognizable imagery as seen on Vienna's track with its striking giant star. You can enjoy a career mode that begins in the 1980s, where each decade introduces faster cars and varied race conditions. Despite short 6-lap races in early decades, tire, fuel, and car part management add a layer of strategy that keeps you alert. Dynamic weather, especially rain, introduces an extra element of unpredictability that heightens the racing experience. Although the soundtrack might feel a bit dull compared to classics like Ridge Racer, the driving model balances ease and challenge well, punishing excessive use of curbs without feeling overly heavy. You also have access to multiplayer races with friends and online, though these events remain locked within the career mode. While a dedicated time trial mode would enhance competitive play, the career mode remains deeply engaging, With its affordability in a bundle and heartwarming dedication to the racing genre, New Star GP offers you a memorable and challenging experience. They'll keep you coming back for more. Every race delivers pure adrenaline and unforgettable excitement. And number 10 we have No Skin, a surreal horror roguelike that blends pixel art with real photographs to create an atmosphere that's both nostalgic and nightmarish. You wake in a crumbling house, haunted by the mysterious No Skin Man, and your only goal is to survive long enough to uncover who or what he truly is. Every run forces you to balance resources, manage health, and make percentage-based decisions that can decide your fate in seconds. It is part horror, part math puzzle, a turn-based descent into dread where you're always one mistake away from ruin. Every encounter costs something, whether it is blood, items, or sanity, and over time, you realize the house itself feels alive, feeding your failures. The visual style is mesmerizing. Grimy photo backdrops mix with beautifully drawn pixel characters, and the soundtrack hums with droning unease. The writing walks a thin line between tortured poetry and cryptic philosophy, hiding crucial clues within the madness. As you dig deeper, you start questioning what is real, what's metaphor, and what the skin really represents. There's a strange beauty in how the game refuses to explain itself. Its repetition becomes hypnotic, its puzzles feel like rituals, and every small revelation hits like a bruise. You might crave more build variety, and some runs can feel samey, but that's part of its bleak charm. No Skin is ugly, brilliant, and unforgettable. A fever dream about loss, identity, and what's left beneath the surface when everything else is stripped away. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is a total loot drop for handheld fans. At just $5.99 for 3 games, the value is cracked. Snagging S-tier gems like New Star GP and Delivers the Moon for a fraction of their Steam price is an absolute pro move. Whether you're grinding Evoland or chilling with LUNARK, these verified titles run like a dream on your deck. Don't sleep on this quest, grab your favorites, boost your library, and GG to your backlog. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.